Are WWE actually going to do Cenat Vs IshowSpeed at WrestleMania? Gunther has made it clear he wants to face Logan Paul at WrestleMania as well, plus Cody, Rhodes and CM Punk put on a promo of the year contender. Welcome to Allison Analysis. I'm Ben Allison and I've analysed last night's episode of Monday Night Raw, and here are my 5 key findings. In at number 5, we have to be building to McIntyre versus Punk versus Rollins versus Reigns at Mania. Everyone has been calling me crazy for predicting it, but I'm standing by it, or at least a triple threat at the very least, because it makes too much sense, and last night once again they were building towards it. Seth Rollins couldn't keep CM Punk's name out of his mouth. CM Punk couldn't keep Seth Rollins' name, Drew McIntyre's name, or Roman Reigns' name out of his mouth. Meanwhile, Drew McIntyre made it clear to Paul Heyman that he has eyes on both Roman Reigns and CM Punk. There has been overlaps in these storylines now for a year, especially between Rollins, Punk and McIntyre, so you have to at the very least do that triple threat at WrestleMania. It makes too much sense to not do that. But at the same time, Roman Reigns is the catalyst for so many of their issues, so chucking him in there if he's got nothing else to do would be a phenomenal way to do it as well. I mean, this is just a classic WrestleMania main event. If they don't do it, I really do think it would be a huge miss for WWE. In at number 4, I have no interest in Gunther versus Logan Paul. Last night, Logan Paul made it clear to Gunther that he wants to face him at WrestleMania, and Gunther said, "Hey Logan, I want to face you too." He wants to kill Logan Paul in that ring. He hates everything about Logan Paul, but will he actually do it? I at least hope not. These two guys are two fantastic heels, but if you do heel versus heel, especially on a big card such as WrestleMania, it just won't work. The crowd won't know who to cheer for, and we saw that last night on Raw. As soon as it got to the Gunther and Logan Paul part, they just went silent. Like they were loving when it was Seth Rollins and Gunther, Seth Rollins and Logan, but Gunther and Logan, they didn't know who to cheer for, and therefore they weren't interested. Don't get me wrong, as a match, it could be fun. In fact, it would be fun. But as a storyline, it doesn't really make much sense as of right now. Could Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez dethrone Bianca, Belair or Naomi? After defeating them in a non-title match last night, they will undoubtedly be getting a title shot now. But will they actually win that shot? I don't know. On one hand, it is possible, as it would give Liv and Raquel something to do on the road to WrestleMania and even at WrestleMania itself. But at the same time, I'm not really sure if I can see Bianca Belair dropping the Women's Tag Team Championships until after Jade Cargill returns. On one hand, I could see it happening, because it would give Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez something to do on the road to WrestleMania, plus it would open the door for Bianca Belair, Naomi, and possibly Jade Cargill to have singles matches at WrestleMania. But on the other hand, I'm not really entirely sure if I can see Bianca Belair losing those Tag Team Championships until Jade Cargill returns, unless it's Jade Cargill who's going to cost her the title. I think this will ultimately come down to how much space there is on the WrestleMania card. Is there space to fit Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill all in singles action? Because if there isn't, then I do think them keeping the tag team titles for the time being is the move, because at least then at WrestleMania, it's a way to get more people on the card. Before we get into the top 2 findings, I would really appreciate it if you guys could leave a like and subscribe on this video. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos per week, and in addition to that, we have a live daily stream every single day at 8 PM UK, 3 PM Eastern over in America, and 12 PM Pacific over in America as well. Thank you guys. In at number 2, that Cody, Rhodes and CM Punk promo was the best promo of 2025 so far. I honestly can't remember the last time that I saw a promo this good between two guys who actually don't hate each other. I mean, they showed so much emotion, and the emotion was not hatred. The entire segment was based around CM Punk trying to give Cody Rhodes advice, telling him that he can see he is hurting, but it's only going to get harder from here. But at the same time, CM Punk was then honest and said, The only thing is, Cody, I'm going to have to be the one to take the title from you for my own aims, but I am your friend and I'm going to tell you that I'm going to do this. The passion from both in this segment was fantastic, and Cody Rhodes showed a side to himself emotionally, which we haven't really seen. He looked a bit broken, but he still was not giving up. He was fighting against everything. He looked so tired. I mean, honestly, he deserves an Oscar for this performance. I don't think we will see Punk versus Cody at this year's WrestleMania, but down the line, whether it's next year or at SummerSlam or sometime in between, we do need to see this match. And in at number 1, Cenat Vs IshowSpeed would be a phenomenal idea for WWE WrestleMania. Now, before everybody comes at me, I personally have no interest in this match, but tens of millions of people do. If you are over the age of 25 or just don't watch much streaming, you might not really know much about these two guys, but I am not exaggerating when I say they could stream themselves walking down the street and it would get more views than the Raw premiere on Netflix did. I mean, they are two of the biggest celebrities in the world right now. There's a reason why people such as John Cena are taking days off just to go on Cenat's stream for like 45 minutes. It's insane. And of course, in reality, you couldn't do a 1v1. That's not actually what I'm suggesting. But what I would do is a tag team match. Have like a veteran on either side to kind of help them through the match. There's quite a few months until WrestleMania. Have them, practice, learn the skills, all of that stuff. And then I do reckon they could do it. And obviously, it wouldn't be some match of the year, but it would bring in tens of millions of views. And hopefully, they would watch the rest of the show as well. And bang, you have millions more fans overnight. And yes, of course it takes some wrestlers off the card who do deserve to be on it, but at the end of the day, if it brings in millions of new fans for WWE, it is unfortunately worth it. But overall, I really enjoyed last night's episode of Raw. It really got me even more excited for the Royal Rumble, and match-wise, I mean, Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn was good, but other than that, there was nothing which will blow you away. But promo-wise is where it really did hit the jackpot. Such a fun show, and I am pumped for Saturday, the Royal Rumble. Let me know what you guys think of the show down below, and I will be responding to comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!